Hi, I'm Paul Torgers, and it's Friday, thank God, November 30th, 2018, and this is a look at the information security news from overnight. Let's start with a big one today. This just hit the wires within the last few hours. From BBC, the records of 500 million customers of the hotel group Marriott International have been involved in a data breach. The hotel chain said that the guest reservation database of its Starwood division has been compromised. It said an internal investigation found an attacker had been able to access the Starwood network since 2014. The company said it would notify customers whose records were in the database. Marriott acquired Starwood in 2016. Marriott-branded hotels use a separate reservation system on a different network. It said it believed its database contained records of up to 500 million customers, and for about 327 million guests, the information included some combination of name, address, phone number, email address, passport number, account information, date of birth, gender, and arrival and departure information. It also said some records included encrypted payment card information, but they could not rule out the possibility that the encryption keys had also been stolen. The Marriott website has a notice up for all of its customers. From threatpost.com, Microsoft warned users that digital certificates were disclosed in two apps, which could allow a bad actor to remotely spoof websites or content. Headset software company Sennheiser Headsetup had accidentally installed the root certificates onto their apps Headsetup and Headsetup Pro. Because the certificate and the private key were the same for anyone who installed these apps, a remote attacker could decrypt the private key for the systems, compromising the security of the Windows device the app was installed on. From SecurityWeek.com, Cisco patches a SQL injection flaw in Prime License Manager. The security flaw, which could be exploited remotely without authentication, is the result of a lack of proper validation of user-supplied input in SQL queries. As a result, an attacker could send crafted HTTP post requests containing malicious SQL statements to affected applications and trigger the bug. That would allow the attacker to modify and delete arbitrary data in the PLM database or gain shell access with the privileges of the hacked user. From ThreatPost, a critical vulnerability in Zoom's desktop conferencing application could allow a remote attacker to hijack screen controls and kick attendees out of meetings. They could also spoof chat messages, lock attendees out, and generally make a nuisance of themselves. You know, I tell you, in most of the meetings I've been, I don't think any of us would have noticed or cared. From Krebs on Security, remember when you were advised to look for the padlock as a means of telling legitimate e-commerce sites from phishing or malware traps? Unfortunately, not so much. New research indicates that half of all phishing scams are now hosted on websites whose internet addresses include the padlock and begin with HTTPS. Recent data from FishLabs shows that 49% of all phishing sites in the third quarter of 2018 had the padlock. That's up from only 25% just 1 year ago, and up from 35% in the second quarter of 2018. So I guess the bad guys are gearing up for the busy holiday shopping season. And one last article today from ThreatPost. A credential stuffing attack has allowed hackers to take a big bite out of Dunkin Donuts customer data. Dunkin Brands Inc. said that on October 31st, a malicious actor attempted to access customers' first and last names, email addresses, as well as account information for DD Perks, their rewards program. Dunkin forced a password reset that required all of the potentially impacted DD Perks accounts holders to log out and log back in with their account using a new password. And that is all I have for you today, my friends. Have a fantastic weekend. And until Monday, be safe out there.